I came back early from a work trip to find all of wife's things gone. I'm moving in with someone more successful, she texted me. I didn't respond. I just called my lawyer. 48 hours later, she realized she left with nothing, and my phone started exploding with desperate calls. I can hardly believe I'm writing this. 3 days ago, my life was normal. Now, I'm sitting in what used to be our bedroom, staring at the empty closet where Heather's clothes used to be, trying to make sense of it all. It all started when I came home early from a business trip to New York City. I was feeling good, actually, because I finished everything a day ahead of schedule and thought I'd surprise Heather. We'd been married for 4 years, together for 6. We were both 29 when we tied the knot. Now I'm 32, and she's 31. The first thing I noticed was that her car wasn't in the driveway. Not a big deal, she'd been going to the gym a lot. But when I opened the front door, something felt off. You know that feeling you get when you walk into your house and something just doesn't sit right? I called out her name, but the silence that answered back was heavy. Walking into our bedroom, I froze. Her side of the closet was empty. Not messy, just empty. Like when she's tried on a bunch of outfits and cleared out. But this was different. Her jewelry box was gone. Her fancy skincare stuff was missing from the bathroom counter. Even the essential oil diffuser she always used, the one that made our room smell like an overpriced wellness store, was gone. My hands were shaking as I reached for my phone. It went straight to voicemail. That's when the text came through. I can't do this anymore. I'm moving in with someone more successful. Someone who matches my ambitions. I'll have my lawyer contact you about the divorce. I sat down on our bed, well, my bed now, I guess, and I just sat there for hours. I replayed the last few months in my head. The signs were all there, but I didn't want to see them. She'd started making these little comments about how I wasn't ambitious enough, comparing our life to her colleague Kyle's. Kyle's Instagram posts were full of business trips to Miami, his new sports car, and his mansion. I tried to remind her we were doing fine, just at our own pace, but she'd look at me with that disappointed expression like I was missing the point. The gym membership at that fancy new spot downtown, the sudden obsession with luxury lifestyle influencers on YouTube, the way she'd come home smelling like some expensive cologne after late nights networking. God, I was so blind. I didn't break down. I didn't trash the place or drunk dial her friends and family. Instead, I did 3 things. I called my buddy Ethan, who's a divorce lawyer. I took photos and videos of everything, and I sent her one text: my lawyer will be in touch. Then I poured myself a drink, opened my laptop, and started making lists. Bank accounts, credit cards, passwords, the lease, our joint phone plan, everything that needed to be sorted out. Her first call came around 8 p.m. I let it go to voicemail. Her sister Lily texted me asking what happened. I didn't respond. At midnight, the flood of notifications from Heather started coming in. Apparently, my lack of emotional breakdown wasn't what she expected. Jeremy, please talk to me. You're being cold. I deserve better than this silent treatment. Kyle says you're being manipulative by not responding. I turned off the notifications and kept working. By 3 a.m., I had a clear picture of our finances and a to-do list for tomorrow. The apartment lease is in my name, the utilities too. She left her name on all our joint accounts though, rookie mistake. It's funny, I always thought I'd crumble if something like this happened, but instead, I felt this cold, focused clarity. It was like watching a movie where you suddenly understand the twist that had been obvious all along. Tomorrow, I was meeting with Ethan to start the divorce process. I'd already packed up the few photos of us left around the place, changed the Netflix password, and ordered a new front door keypad. The weirdest part? She'd left all her important documents behind. Her birth certificate, her passport, her social security card, everything, safely locked in our fireproof safe. I'm sure she'll love dealing with that. I keep waiting to feel devastated, to cry, to want her to come back. But instead, I just feel ready. Ready to deal with whatever comes next. I'll update when there are major developments. Right now, I just need to focus on protecting myself and handling this the right way. Date 1. She's now blowing up my phone about her documents. Ethan says I shouldn't respond to any of it. Update 2. It's been a few days since my last post, and things have been, well, eventful. Remember when I mentioned Heather left all her important documents behind? That was just the beginning. The day after I made my last post, I met with Ethan at his office to go over the details. Heather's sister Lily called. I almost ignored it, but Ethan suggested I put her on speaker. Lily had some interesting things to share. I'm so sorry, Jeremy. I should have warned you. She did the same thing to her ex before you. That caught my attention. Apparently, Heather had dumped her previous boyfriend for a guy with a fancier job title, and that relationship only lasted 3 months. According to Lily, Heather had a habit of trading up for more successful partners, and when Kyle came into the picture, she wasn't about to let him go. As Lily was talking, Heather's messages kept coming in. Where are my documents? I need my birth certificate for a job. Stop being petty. I showed the messages to Ethan, who just smiled. Apparently, legally, I'm required to provide access to her documents, but since she left without notice, we can make her go through the proper legal channels to get them. Then Heather's mom called. I picked up this time, and she spent 20 minutes apologizing, saying Heather had been like this for years, always trying to upgrade her life by finding someone with more money or status. Heather was living with Kyle now, her mom said, and things weren't as great as they appeared. Kyle's luxury apartment was a rental, and his job? A lot of it was based on debt. The next few days were spent getting everything in order. Changed passwords, froze joint credit cards, and began documenting everything for the divorce proceedings. Update 3. Heather's Instagram has been a disaster lately. She's posting all these living my best life photos with Kyle, but the cracks are showing. She can't access her old accounts because she forgot the passwords, and she's had trouble getting her documents for that new job she lined up. Meanwhile, Kyle's been posting pictures of his brand new sports car, but according to Lily, that car got repossessed a week ago. Things aren't looking so glamorous for them anymore. Update 4. Yesterday was a big day. I was having lunch with my new girlfriend, Megan, when Heather and Kyle walked in. They froze when they saw us, and Heather spent the next 20 minutes pretending to study the menu while obviously trying to eavesdrop. I didn't care. I just kept eating my sandwich, and Megan kept chatting about her new favorite Netflix show. Heather sent me a text later that night. I can't believe you moved on so fast. We need to talk about us. I made a mistake. I didn't respond. Instead, I forwarded the text to Ethan. Final update. It's been a crazy couple of months since I last posted. Heather and I met with the lawyers, and let's just say that I was very clear about where I stood. She wanted her documents right away, but my lawyer pointed out that everything she had said on social media about leaving me and moving in with Kyle made it clear she wasn't entitled to them immediately. Things with work have been going great. I got a promotion last month, and Megan and I have been taking it slow. I'm down 15 pounds thanks to a new gym routine. Life's been good. Heather, on the other hand, is starting to regret her choices. Kyle's luxury apartment is being emptied out, and Heather's job search is hitting walls. She's been ranting online about how toxic people use money to control others, all while posting pictures of her perfect new life. It's all crumbling, and I'm just here, living my life, focusing on what's ahead. I'm finally seeing things clearly now. I've learned a lot through all of this. Thanks for following my story. Reddit. This is my last update. Time to move forward.